I'm Lino Sapanto of CR. I'm still trying to reconcile the assertion earlier that the Philippine economy grew more dramatically before the 1890s than after that period. I thought all the while that the Americans were a lot better colonialists than the Spaniards. I was trying to explain it with the galleon trade and during the Spanish times, and perhaps because the first few years of American occupation was set back by wars and bloodshed. So I'd like to be able to get a lot more of enlightenment from you in this regard.
Well, first, you know, we have to know when the Americans arrive on the scene, they do pretty well up to 1913. Then we get 2 world wars and interwar disasters to kind of complicate things and look at the correlations. But my statement was, I will show you more when I give a later lecture, but if you ask, how is the Philippines doing relative to its main competitors, even East Asia, which is really a tough metric. Shanghai and Honshu are pretty tough metrics to compare yourself with. But even using that metric, the Philippines does well up to 1913, especially during the American occupation, if I may call it that. It does especially well. But the evidence for the interwar is absent, to be more precise about that. But it appears in terms of industrialization indicators. Yes, it's breweries, you know, this is not high-tech stuff, but that's what all countries do. The Philippines performs very well. It performs compared to that metric. And then when you look, of course, at the period from 1950 to 1975, they perform better than previously, but not compared to the rest of the world. Then they don't look quite so good, and since 1975, their performance, of course, is, as you know, not good at all. So it just seems to me that something has happened. We have to seek, whatever explanation we seek for this, has got to account for the fact that the Philippines, compared to its some other metrics, some other countries, had performed well through a long period of its history until the post-World War II period, and then increasingly less well. So something has changed in the Philippine economy, I take it, to account for this. So we have to search for explanations that undergo change during this period. We just can't point to, well, corruption. It can explain. Lots of countries have corruption. But was it any more or less in, you know, half century ago? And why is it different now?